じけ散って深夜の帰り疲れ切って曲がり角間違えて知らない道に出た生きてゆくことの半分は壁にぶち当たるばかりだ残された半分はそれを乗り越えてゆくためだ人生は素晴らしい誰よりも誇らしい一つ一つ諦めずにためらわずにいけ未来とは七不思議信じれば叶う夢僕と新しい明日を叫ぼう
All right, there's no title sequence. Welcome to Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. I know, super anticlimactic, but first turnabout. So
I love turnabouts. They're great. I think really that we should replace all traffic lights with them.
By the way, I'm doing all the bad guys. You're all the good guys.
Okay, cool.
Maybe I might be Maya.
So no head?
Damn it! Why me? I can't get caught. Not like this. I've got to find someone to pin this on. Someone like him.
Why he Urple?
I'll make it look like he did it. Looks like Kyle with a mole in his forehead.
It does, doesn't it? Except for the fact that Kyle's white.
The dude's not black. He's green. Oh, he's Urple.
Why you Urple?
That's you.
Boy, am I nervous. Right.
It's Mia. You had to do it right.
Oh, hiya, Chief. Oh my gosh, that's really hard to see.
Phew. I'm glad you made it on. I'm glad I made it on time. Well, I have to say, Phoenix, I'm impressed. Not everyone takes on a murder trial right off the bat like this. It says a lot about you and your client as well. Big bitty, big
breast milk.
You get one. You get one.
Actually, it's what? Because it's because I owe him a. I'm gonna scoot closer. I can't read. For
Brandon forgot to pack his reading glasses.
It's 12:37 a.m. I worked today. Okay, I'm ready. We can go.
Because I owe him a favor.
I already read it.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
A favor? You mean you knew the defendant before the case?
No. Yeah. Actually, I kind of owe my current job to him.
And $200. And he kind of co-signed on my car.
He's actually the father of my first kid. I'm infertile. He's one of the reasons I became an attorney.
Well, that's certainly news to me.
I want to help him out in any way I can.
Oh.
I just really want to help him. I owe him that much.
It's over!
My life, everything, it's all over!
Isn't that your client screaming over there?
No, yeah, that's him.
Stop!
Death, despair, oh! I'm gonna do it! I'm gonna die!
He's like, I'm super gonna do it. It's like, where'd you get that gun, sir? This is a courtroom. It sounds like he wants to die.
I want to go that far. Yeah, actually. Nick! Hey there. Oh, wrong voice. Hey there, Larry. Dude, I'm so guilty. Tell him I'm guilty. Give me the death sentence. Kill me. What's wrong, Larry? Oh, it's all over. I'm finished. I can't live in a world without her. I can't. Who took her from me, Nick? Who did this? Oh, Nick, you gotta tell me, who took my baby away? The person responsible for your girlfriend's death? The newspapers say it was you. My name is Phoenix Wright. Here's the story. My first case is a fairly simple one. Kiss the dog. Also, the guy they arrested was the unlucky sap dating the dog. Larry Butts. My best friend since grade school. The father of my child. Our school has a saying, when something smells, it's usually the butts.
Either that or our septic system. They never finished it, so it just poured into the outside.
Yes. In the 23 years I've known him, it's usually been true. He has a knack for getting himself in trouble.
My phone's blowing up so much right now.
What? Why? 12:30 in the morning.
I know. A certain someone wouldn't stop messaging me.
One thing I can say, though, it's usually not his fault. He just has terrible luck. But I knew better than anyone. He's a good guy at heart. Because he fathered my son.
The joke's over.
That's just what I'm going to do.
This is it. Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney. Our first case.
It's not August 3rd. It's like...
Oh, yeah. I'm a master of this case. I know the lore behind all of these. Like, I know exactly how to do it. But when we get into the investigation section, might get a little tricky.
Cool. Well, I've played this game. It was like 2 years ago.
Oh,
The court is now in session
Yeah.
for the trial of Mr. Larry Butts.
The prosecution is ready, Your Honor.
Oh, it's you.
It is.
The, breast milk. Your Honor.
Mr. Wright?
This is your first trial, is it not? No, yes, Your Honor. I'm, a little nervous.
Your conduct during this trial will decide the fate of your client. Murder is a serious charge. For your client's sake, I hope you can control your nerves.
Breast milk, Your Honor.
Mr. Wright, given the circumstances, I think we should...
Have a test to ascertain your readiness.
Yes, Your Honor. Hand shaking, eyesight fading.
The test will consist of a few simple questions. Answer them
Do
clearly
you
and
want to
concisely.
have me do the judge so you're not just talking to
No,
yourself
it's fine.
the whole
We win
time?
these. It's fine.
Please state the name of the defendant in this case.
It's
Mia,
no. It's Larry Butts, obviously.
the defendant? Well, that's Larry Butts, Your Honor.
Correct. Just keep your wits about you and you'll do fine. Next question. This is a murder trial. Tell me, what's the victim's name?
Ah, it's Emma Stone.
Ew, I know this one. Glad I read the case. It's, Oh, no. Oh, no.
Phoenix, are you absolutely sure you're ready up to do this?
No.
You don't even know the victim's name?
I don't. I mean, of course I do. I know him. I'm Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney. I just forgot.
Temporarily. I think I feel a migraine coming on. Look, the defendant's name is listed in the court record. Just touch the court record button to check it at any time, okay? Remember to check it often. Do it for me, please. I'm begging you.
Let's hear your answer. Who is the victim in this case?
It's Cindy Cinderblock.
Mia Fey, please. The victim's name is Cindy Stone.
Correct. Now tell me, what's the airspeed velocity of a stone-laden swallow?
Obviously 150 miles per hour.
She
Easy.
was struck once with a blunt object.
Correct. You have answered all my questions. I see no reason why we shouldn't proceed. You seem much more relaxed, Mr. Wright. Good for you.
Thanks, appreciate it. I don't feel relaxed.
Well then. First, a question for the prosecution. Mr. Payne,
Yes, Your Honor.
as Mr. Wright just told us, the victim was struck with a blunt object. Would you like to explain to court just what a blunt is?
The murder weapon was the statue of the Thinker. It was found lying on the floor next to the victim.
I see. The court accepts it into evidence.
Statue added to the court record. Wait, why am I just now receiving this? I think I should have received this much earlier.
Get used to it.
Right. Be sure to pay attention to any evidence added during the trial.
Why?
That evidence is the only ammunition you have in
There's
court.
a gun in here?
Touch the court record button to check the court record frequently. Here we go.
Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its first witness.
The prosecution calls the defendant, Mr. Butts, to the stand.
Chief, what do I do now?
Pay attention. You don't want to miss any information that might help your client's case. You'll get your chance to respond to the prosecution later, so be ready. Let's just hope he doesn't say anything unfortunate.
Uh-oh. There, he gets excited easily. This could be really bad.
He looks pretty good.
Ahem. Mr. Butts, is it not true the victim recently dumped you?
No. Watch it, buddy. We were great together. We were Romeo and Juliet, Cleopatra and Mark Antony. Didn't they all die? I wasn't dumped. She just wasn't taking my phone calls or seeing me ever. What's it to you anyways?
Mr. Butts, would you describe as generally what we mean by dumped? In fact, she had completely abandoned you and was seeing other men. She had just returned overseas with one of them the day before the murder.
What do you mean, one of them? Lies, all of it lies. I don't believe a word of it.
Your Honor, the victim's passport. According to this, she was in Paris until the day before she died.
Oh, nice.
Passport added
Don't
to
need
court
it.
records.
It said she appears to have returned the day before the murder.
Dude, no way.
The victim was a model, but did not have large income. It appears that she had several sugar daddies.
Daddies? Sugar?
Yes, older men who gave her money and gifts. She took their money and used them to support her life. She was a life support. That's why she died.
That's bullshit. She was a lesbian.
We can clearly see what kind of the woman this Miss Stone was.
Yeah, lesbian.
Tell me, Mr. Butts, what do you think of her now?
Right. I don't think you want him to answer that question.
Yeesh. Larry has a way of running his
Here
mouth
comes-
in all the wrong directions.
Here comes your first chance, Brandon. Do it right.
Should I?
Stop him from answering.
My client had no idea the victim was seeing other men. The question is irrelevant to this case.
Oh!
Dude, Nick, what do you mean irrelevant? That cheating she-dog. I'm gonna die. I'm just gonna drop dead. Yeah, and when I meet her in the afterlife, I'm going to get to the bottom of this.
Ooh.
Let's continue with the trial, shall we?
I believe the accused motive is clear to everyone.
Yes, quite.
Oh boy, this is not looking good.
Next question. You went to the victim's apartment on the day of the murder, did you not?
That's not. Vomit up his trachea.
What can I say?
Well, did you or did you not?
Well, maybe I did, and maybe I didn't. Uh-oh, he went. What do I do?
Have him answer honestly is what I'd say.
Why not?
Yeah.
I know. I'll send him a signal.
You can read that.
Tell.
I'm skipping this.
Yeah, I was there. I went.
Ooh.
Waiter. Well, Mr. Butts?
Dude, chill. She wasn't home, man, so I just played Among Us on her computer.
Objection! Your Honor, the defendant is lying.
Lying?
The prosecution would like to call a witness who can prove Mr. Butts is lying.
Well, that simplifies matters. Who is your witness?
The man who found the victim's body just before making the gruesome discovery. He saw the defendant fleeing the scene of the crime. Mr. Frike saw it.
Order in the court. Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its witness.
Yes, Your Honor.
This is bad.
On the day of the murder, my witness was selling newspapers at the victim's building. Please bring Mr. Frank Sawit to the stand.
Holy
Oh,
shit,
yes.
it's Kyle.
I gotta pick a different voice because he's the same as Payne.
Mr. Sawit, you sell newspapers and subscriptions, is that correct?
Oh, yes, newspapers, yes.
Oh, it sounds like Kyle, too.
Mr. Sawit, you may proceed with your testimony. Please tell the court what you saw on the day of the murder.
It's the most guilty
Witness's
voice.
account.
I was going door to door selling subscriptions when I saw a man fleeing an apartment.
Bullshit.
I thought he must be in a hurry because he left the door half open behind him. Thinking it strange, I looked inside the apartment. Then I saw her lying there, a woman, not moving, dead.
Bullshit, we all know he was a man.
I quailed in fright and found myself unable to go inside. I thought to call the police immediately.
Then why didn't you?
However, the phone in her apartment wasn't working.
Bullshit, I don't believe it.
I went to a nearby park and I found a public phone. I
Everyone
remember
knows
the
the
time
public phones don't
exactly. It was 1 p.m. The man who ran was without a doubt the defendant sitting right over there.
Damn it, I think he has us.
Brandon.
Larry, why didn't you tell the truth? I can't defend you against a testimony like that.
Incidentally, why wasn't the phone in the victim's apartment working?
Your Honor, at the time of the murder, there was a blackout in the building.
Aren't phones supposed to work during a blackout?
Yes, Your Honor. However, some cordless phones do not function normally. The phone that Mr. Frank Sawit used was one of those. Your Honor, I have a record of the blackout for your perusal.
No, nice. Dude, mans don't stand a chance.
Mr. Wright,
Yes, Your Honor.
you may begin your cross-examination.
That's the voice you're looking for.
Cross-examination, Your Honor?
All right. This is it. The real deal.
What exactly am I supposed to do?
Why? You exposed the lies in his testimony the witness just gave.
Lies, what? It was lying?
Your client is innocent, right?
He is?
Then what the witness must have lied in his testimony? Or is your client really guilty?
But how did he lie? He put his hand on the Bible.
You
Is he a
hold
Muslim?
You hold the key. It's in the evidence. Compare the witness's testimony to the evidence at hand. There's bound to be a contradiction there. First, find contradictions between the court record and the witness's testimony. Then, once you found the contradicting evidence, present it and rub it in the witness's face.
Okay.
Touch the court record button and point out contradictions in the testimony. The witness's account.
I was going door to door selling subscriptions when I saw a man fleeing an apartment.
That's normal.
I thought he must be in a hurry because he left the door half open behind him. Thinking it strange, I looked inside the apartment.
Bullshit, press him on that.
Then I saw her lying there, a woman lying there, not moving, dead. I quailed in fright and found myself unable to go inside. I thought to call the police immediately.
However, the phone in her apartment wasn't working. Hold it. Oh, do I gotta... Oh, God, I gotta use the touch screen. Shoot. Present. There we go. We're going to present the blackout record. Actually, let's just do press on that. You can
Hold it! The phone in her apartment wasn't working.
Yes, I mean, no, it wasn't right. Yes.
But you said you didn't go into the apartment. Or did you?
Oh, that, I could explain that. There was a cordless phone on the shelf in the entranceway. I reached inside and tried using that to call. And that phone wasn't working, correct? What happened next? I went to the nearby park and found a public phone. I remember the time exactly. It was 1 p.m.
Well, first, how are we doing? You don't know that. You gotta yell to hold it, Brandon.
Hold it! 1 p.m. Are you certain?
Yes, absolutely.
He seems really confident.
1 p.m.? Right, doesn't that seem strange to you?
No?
Yes, it does, because if you look at the autopsy report, died from 4 to 5 p.m.
Uh-oh. Objection!
You gotta yell, Brandon.
Objection!
Okay, that's a little intense.
You found the body at 1 p.m. You're certain. You're absolutely sure.
Yes, it was 1 p.m. for certain.
Oh, bitch. Frankly, I find that hard to believe. Your statement directly contradicts the autopsy report. The autopsy notes the time of death at somewhere after 4 p.m. There was no body to find at 1 p.m. How do you explain this 3-hour gap?
Objection! This is trivial. The witness merely forgot the time.
But we...
I still have testimony. I find that hard to believe.
He was pretty certain on the time.
Mr. Science, why were you so certain that you found the body at 1 p.m.?
Gee, that's a really good question.
Great job, Wright. Way to put him on the spot. That's all you have to do. Point out the contradictions. Lies always beget more lies. See through one, and their whole story falls apart.
Wait, I remember now.
Would you care to give your testimony again?
All right, updated testimony. Time of the discovery.
You see, when I found the body, I heard the time. There was a voice saying it in there. It was probably coming from the television. Oh, but it was 3 hours off, wasn't it? I guess the victim must have been watching a videotape of a program. That's why I thought it was 1 p.m. Terribly sorry about the misunderstanding.
Or maybe the murder weapon is actually a clock that is stuck at 1 p.m.
Shut up, Brandon.
because she was in France, which has a time difference.
Great.
Mr.
Right. You know what to do.
I've got this one.
Skip right to it. Yeah.
You see, when I found the body, I heard the time. There was a voice saying it. I'm probably coming from the television.
Do I press it here? Like, present the evidence here? Because it says probably come from the television. It couldn't have come from the television. The power was out.
Yep, that's right. You have to press it there.
Yeah, blackout record. That's the one.
Objection! Hold it right there. The prosecution has said there was a blackout at the time of the discovery. And this record proves it. You couldn't have heard a television or a video.
This is a point. Do you have a confirmation for that, Mr. Science?
No, I find it quite puzzling myself, quite. Wait, I remember now.
Mr. Science?
That.
Oh, that's you.
Okay.
We'll dial it back a bit.
Crazy day.
My apologies, Your Honor. It must have been the shock of finding the body.
Very well, Mr. Science. Let's hear your testimony once more, please.
Ooh. Hearing the time.
This dude getting 3 testimonies.
Oh, he gets 4.
Actually, I didn't hear it. I saw it.
Whoa.
There was a table clock in the apartment, wasn't there? Yeah, the murder weapon. The killer must have used it to hit the victim.
That must have been what I saw.
You saw a clock? I guess that would explain it. The defense may cross-examine the witness.
Gladly.
Hearing the time.
Actually, I didn't hear it. I saw it. There was a table clock in the apartment, wasn't there? Yeah, the murder weapon. The killer used it to hit the victim.
Present the murder weapon, which isn't visible at all. Can I use start? No, start won't do it. I just gotta press it all.
Objection. Wait just a moment. The murder weapon wasn't a clock. It was a statue. Now, how is this supposed to be a clock?
Uh-oh.
You with your objections and your evidence. Just who do you think you are?
His attorney, just answer the question.
Hey, I saw it there, okay? That's a clock. Your Honor, if I may.
Yes, Mr. Payne.
As the witness stated, this statue is indeed a clock. The neck is a switch, you just have to tilt it. It says the time out loud. And it doesn't look like a clock. I submitted as a statue, my apologies.
I see. So, the murder weapon was a table clock after all. Well, Mr. Wright, it appears that the witness's testimony was correct. This is a clock. Do you have any problems with his testimony now?
Obviously. Yeah.
Your Honor, there is a gaping hole in the witness's testimony. The only way he could have known the weapon was a clock is to hold it in his hand. Yet the witness testified that he never entered the apartment. Clearly, you don't own an air fryer.
Indeed.
The witness knew it was a clock because he...
Oh, I love this part. Because he's supposed to, you went into the apartment because he was... You're lying! It doesn't even continue at all.
You were inside the apartment on the day of the murder.
Oh yeah, prove it. Prove I went in there.
I'll do better than that. I can prove you were the one who killed her. You struck her with the clock, and the shock of the blow triggered the clock's voice. That was the sound you heard.
Ooh.
Order in the court. Intriguing. Please continue, Mr. Wright.
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Saw It. The sound must have left quite the impression on you. Understandable, since the murder weapon spoke just as you hit the victim. That voice was burned into your mind. That's why you were so certain about the time.
Objection! What's the meaning of this? This is all baseless conjecture.
Baseless or based? Just look at the witness's face.
Oh, that was good.
Would the witness care to elaborate? Did you strike the victim with the clock?
That day, I never, look, the clock, no, I saw it. Shut up, I hate you.
Where did his hair go?
It was him, I tell you, I saw him. He killed her, he should burn, give him death.
Ooh.
Why he Urkel?
Shut up.
Order in the court, I say.
Your Honor, a moment, please. There isn't a shred of evidence supporting the defense's claims.
Mr. Wright,
Your Honor?
you claim the sound of the witness heard came from the clock. Do you have any evidence?
The whole case is riding on this. I'd better think through it carefully. Yes, Your Honor. The sound Mr. Sod heard definitely from this clock. A fact which is clear if you simply...
Try sounding the
The
clock.
Let's sound the clock now, here in this courtroom. Your Honor, may I have the clock?
No.
I want to do the clock's voice. I think it's 8:25.
That certainly is a strange way to announce the time.
Well, he is the thinker, after all.
So, we're at the clock. What are your conclusions, Mr. Wright?
Mr. Payne, can you tell me what time it is now?
It's 11:25.
As you can see, this clock is exactly 3 hours slow. Precisely the discrepancy between what Mr. Sawit heard and the actual time of death. So, Mr. Sawit, try to talk your way out of this one.
You forgot one thing.
Uh-oh. Oh, breast milk.
Well, it may seem like the clock is running 3 hours slow. It proves nothing. How do you know it was running 3 hours slow the day of the murder? If you can't prove that, you don't have a case.
He's right. How am I going to prove that? Damn it, I was so close.
Mr. Wright, it seems you lack the critical evidence to support your claim.
What? Yes, Your Honor.
This means I cannot let you indict the witness, unfortunately. This ends the cross-examination of Mr. Frank Sott.
I come all the way down here to testify, and look what's happening. They treat me like a criminal. A criminal! You lawyers are all slime.
Grr. I almost had him. Sorry, Larry. I failed you. And our son. There's nothing I can do about it now.
Not so fast, Mr. Frank saw it.
Phoenix! Mia, I mean Chief!
Listen up, Wright. Don't throw this one away. Not like this. Think.
But Chief, it's over. I can't prove the clock was slow on the day of the murder. Nobody can prove that.
Well, yes. But that doesn't mean you can't still win. Try thinking out of the box. Don't waste your time doubting the facts. Assume the clock was 3 hours slow and think through it. Ask yourself, why was the clock 3 hours slow? Figure out the reason and you'll have your proof. Right? Can you think of a reason as to why the clock would be 3 hours slow?
No.
Not selecting no.
Wait! Maybe I can prove it.
You must have evidence somewhere that can prove it, right? Find it and let them have it.
Well, Mr. Wright, you say the clock was already running slow on the day of the murder. Have you found evidence to support this claim?
Of course. There is a piece of evidence in the court records that can prove my claim beyond a doubt.
Tough words. Let's see. Pull this one off.
Let's see the evidence that proves why the clock was running slow.
Well, it's none other than her passport. Victim arrived home from Paris. The clock wasn't running 3 hours slow. It was 11 hours fast.
The victim had just returned home from abroad the day before the murder. As we all know, the time difference between here and Paris is 9 hours.
Whoopsies.
When it's 4 p.m. here, it's 1 a.m. the next day there. The clock wasn't 3 hours slow, it was 9 hours fast! The victim hadn't reset her clock since returning home. That's why the time you heard when you struck her dead in the apartment was wrong. Enough for you, Mr. Saw It? Or should I say, Mr. Did It? Is he good?
I'm gonna love doing these breakdowns. I get every one of them.
Order, I say. Well, this case has certainly turned out differently than we all expected. Mr. Payne, your client?
He was arrested and has been taken away, Your Honor.
Bitchin'. Mr. Wright?
Yes, Your Honor?
I have to say I'm impressed. I don't think I've ever seen someone complete a defense so quickly. And find the true culprit at the same time.
Get used to it, Your Honor.
You did the pose.
That was completely unintentional.
Brandon just did the hand over his head pose.
This court finds the defendant, Mr. Larry Butts, guilty.
Oh, shit. Woo! I always get confused seeing the layout of the courtroom because it's apparently from the judge's perspective.
Uh-huh.
Doesn't make sense.
And with that, the court is adjourned.
All right. Flawless first attempt.
Turns out that Frank Saw It was a common burglar. He posed as a newspaper salesman to check in and kiss the dogs.
Ah,
That day,
gross.
whenever he went to her apartment, the victim wasn't home. After he left, Mr. Saw It let himself in to do his dirty work.
Oh, but she came home early.
While he was searching her place, the victim returned. Flustered, Mr. Saw It grabbed the nearest blunt object he could find.
Ouch.
And kissed her dog. I still can't believe we won.
Right. Good job in there. Congratulations.
Thanks, Chief. I owe it all to you.
Not at all. Not at all. You fought your own battles in there. It's been a while since I've been on trial and on such a satisfying note.
I I've never seen the chief looking this happy. If she's this glad, imagine how Larry must feel.
Speaking of,
My life is over! Larry, you're supposed to be happy. What's wrong now?
Oh, Nick. Don't worry about me. I'll be dead and gone soon.
gross.
Good. Wait, no! I mean, bad. Larry, you're innocent. The case is closed.
But my e-girl's gone, man.
Larry, she was a
Thought.
VTuber. Never mind.
Congratulations, Harry.
Harry?
Yes, you. I could practically see the headlines now. Harry Butt's innocent. Oh, no, I couldn't.
Hey, I was the one who got you off the hook.
Oh, hey.
Hey, here, take this. It's a present.
Oh, yeah, it killed someone. Here, have it. Definitely not evidence. A present for me? Wait, wasn't this evident that...
Actually, I made this clock for her. I made one for her and one for me.
Oh, thank God. Really? You made this? Well, thank you. I'll keep it as a memento.
Yo, Nick. Can you believe it? I was so into that chick. And I gave her all my paycheck. And she was just playing me for a fool. Don't that make you just want to cry?
Larry. Are you so sure?
Squeeze me?
I think she thought quite a lot of you in her own way.
Nah, you don't gotta sympathize with me. It's okay.
Oh, I'm not just sympathizing, really. Isn't that right, Wright? Don't you have something to show your friend? Something that proves how she felt about him?
Huh? Oh yeah, right. What the heck is she talking about? Show your attorney's badge.
No, statue. Yeah, she took it with her to Paris, which means yeah.
Check this out, Larry. Proof positive you weren't just some chump to her.
Huh? Where'd you get that clock?
It's the murder one.
This is the clock you made for her, Larry. If you hadn't have made it, she wouldn't have been murdered.
I'd love to just present the wrong thing and it's just like guilty.
She probably just needed a clock, that's all.
You think so? It's a pretty heavy clock to take traveling. Well, make of it what you will.
Hey, Nick. I'm glad I asked you to be my lawyer. Really, I am. Thanks.
Hope that makes him feel a little better.
Right? I hope you see the importance of evidence now. Also, hopefully you realize things change depending on how you look at them. People, too. We never really know if our clients are guilty or innocent. All we can do is believe in them. And in order to believe in them, you have to believe in yourself. Right. Listen, learn, grow strong. Never let go of what you believe in. Never. Well, I think our work here is done. Shall we be off?
Will you give me head tomorrow?
Say, how about dinner on me? We'll drink a toast to innocent butts.
Head after?
Oh, speaking of Harry, you were saying part of why he became was a lawyer was because of him.
Yeah. Head?
You'll have to tell me more about it sometime. Maybe over drinks.
Or head? And so my first trial came to a close. Larry slapped me on the back
Larry
and said,
kicked me in the nuts and said, "It's good to have friends."
Larry kissed our son and said, "Gee, Nick, it's good to have friends." I'm pretty sure he's not going to pay me, unless you count the clock he gave Mia. I didn't know it then, but I would never get my head. And my promise to tell the chief about me and Larry would be one promise that I would be able to keep.
next episode of Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney, Trial 2, significantly longer than this one.
Yeah.
Definitely not going to be just a one episoder. So, we'll see you then. Next time,
Bye-bye. Or not.
Turnabout Sisters.
Yeah, I love this one.
We'll see you then. Bye-bye.